To add fizz of motivation to your day. Morning, I'll be there. 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. Be with me.
Now the next degree goes to Sri Deepak Shinde from Bangalore. Deepak Shinde is the founder and chairman of Kingdom College.
Hey world. Hey, I missed. Hey world. 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. I am Deepak here, and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of the world because I work as worship. So there was this blind man standing on the road to cross the road, on the side of the road. And there was quite an amount of traffic that was moving from either side. And here was this blind man standing along with his stick, gauging and waiting to cross the road. Suddenly he felt a hand on his shoulder. And the man who kept the hand on the shoulder said, "Can you please help me to cross the road? I'm a blind man." Can you visualize this? A blind man standing on the road, waiting to cross the road, gauging the road, and there he feels a hand on his shoulder of another blind man who does not know that he also is a blind man, and keeping the hand on the shoulder asks, "Can you please help me to cross the road? I'm a blind man." And this blind man, later in one of his talks, he was the jazz pianist George Shearing, said after his concert, "That moment when I felt the hand of another blind man on my shoulder, I don't know what happened into me. Suddenly, I felt a sense of responsibility and I started crossing the road with my own senses, with my own intuitions, and I helped him to cross the road." That day I realized I am thinking because I am blind, I need help. And I felt myself handicapped till that moment. But that moment, when I took that responsibility of taking that man who also was blind on the other side, I realized My handicappedness was not in my eyes, it was in my mind. What a profound understanding of life. At times, we always think we are weak. We think we are not capable. We think we cannot do it. And suddenly, there is unexpectedly a responsibility falls on our shoulder, which we never wanted or which we never expected or we never anticipated. That time, I have seen so many people raise to that occasion and have executed that responsibility not for that moment, for a lifetime. God knows from where they get the power. But I realize this, when you do something for others, somehow life gives you power. Somehow life gives you energy. Somehow life gives you vision. And you are shocked and surprised by your own self that how could you do this? I've seen so many people, so many little ones, very early in their life when they lose their parents. And suddenly this responsibility, so they call it as, falls on their shoulders. Instead of they getting burdened in the pressure of responsibility, somehow they get some kind of energy and they actually bounce back in life. And there are so many stories like that. So many of parents don't want their children to go through the burdens of life's responsibility. But the reality is, sometimes when life throws something at you, unseen, unexpected, unanticipated, and then dropping down or falling down, you actually rise up in life. Isn't it so magical sometimes? I remember one of my friend come colleague, Deepak Bisani in Hyderabad, lost his father when I think he was 14 or 15, I don't remember. And as he was taking his father's dead body towards the funeral, a lot of people around, his elderly people, were just murmuring and saying, at such a tender age, he lost his father. So bad, so sad. Everything got over. They all were sitting there, sitting in the corner. Everybody was saying, we feel very sorry that this age you have to go through all this thing and you have to now bear the burden of the entire family. So beautifully he replied. He said, uncles, it is not the age, but it is the courage that matters in life. I think it was a very profound statement. It is not the age, it is the courage that matters in life. जिंदगी में ये दम नहीं चाहिए, ये दम चाहिए. जब तक ये दम है, मरते दम तक सांस चलती रहेगी. ये दम नहीं है तो जिंदगी में दम ही नहीं रहेगा. It was not that that blind man could not cross the road, but he somehow got this courage, not for me, but for him. I can go beyond. That is why they always ask you, take up some responsibilities, take up some responsibilities. It is the power of the responsibilities which makes you a responsible human being. And that's the beauty of responsibility. Either you take it, or sometimes life throws you into some moments when you have to helplessly pick up a responsibility and you realize it was worth it. Worth it. Make a choice to take up some responsibility, not about your own life, but moment you start taking responsibility of somebody else beyond yourself. It can be a responsibility of taking care of your maid servant's children, or your driver's son, or your watchman's somebody. Moment you take a extra responsibility of another life, minimum one more life than yourself, I think you're living a life. You're living a life with power. You're living a life with passion, and that's how you live life. I remember one of the Kingdomite Puja, when she turned 18, on her 18th birthday, She chose to take care of one more girl child's education as long as she wants to study. And I know that how powerful she felt after that. That is the power of taking responsibility of one more life in your life. Your life becomes powerful. With this belief, let's start the day. Here we go. I believe I can. I believe I am. I believe I can. So, guys, go set and grow. मुझको यकीन है दिल में भी अपने Depression is the third largest disease in the world faced by mankind. It's truly painful, difficult to deal with it. It's not easy. There are multiple ways to come out of it. You want to find one for yourself? Then join me for 90 minutes that can change your life. Fighting depression along with me.